Hello, hi, my dear Karnataka State Board students. Myself, Desai sir. First of all, I wish you all the best for your examination to be started from 18th March. Today, I am with last minute revision guide of chemistry, part B, science, which is conducted on 23/3/2026. I thought the day before the examination, what you have to do, what not to do, some of the mistakes your students are doing, I observed for many years. In order to explain it, I have prepared this video less than 20 minutes. In this 20 minutes, I will try to explain you what to do, what not to do, what are the mistakes quickly. So let us start. As per the blueprint, there are 4 chapters in chemistry. One is chemical reactions and equations. You will get 2 questions from this. One 1 mark question, one 3 mark question, totally 4 marks questions. Second chapter, acid, bases and salts. You will get one 1 mark question, one 2 mark question and one 3 mark question. Totally there are 3 questions and 6 marks. Third chapter, metals and non-metals. Totally you will get 4 questions, 2 1 mark questions, one 2 mark question, one 3 mark question. Totally you will get 7 marks. And fourth chapter is carbon and its compounds. You will get totally 4 questions, 2 1 mark questions, one 2 mark question, one 4 mark question. Totally 8 marks. Carbon and its compounds carries the highest marks in it. Let us continue. Day before exam, what students should do? Revise chemical equations thoroughly. First thing. Revise how to write formula. Many of you are writing wrong formula. Watch my video in LOK G YouTube channel, how to write formula. That will help you. I have prepared a small video. Practice writing equations and balancing. Many of you are weak in it. Quickly improve it. Sleep at least 7 hours because your mind should be cool before you go to examination hall. Day before the examination, keep your hall ticket, pens, pencil, etc. Before going to bed, keep them in your bag and keep them ready. Pray God and take blessings from all elders of your family before going to exam. Day before exam, what students should not do? Do not start new chapters. If you have not learnt any chapter, don't start it. Do not study whole night. Sleep before 11 o'clock. Do not quarrel with anybody. Don't have any stress in your mind. Do not try to help anybody before or in the exam hall. They will take care of themselves. Essential checklist to keep ready. Just check before you go to bed today. Documents, original admit card, hall ticket, keep a back copy, school ID card. Stationery, blue, royal blue, ball point, gel pens, pencils, erasers, sharpeners, ruler, geometry box, see in the figure also. Uniform, school uniform ready. Don't do anything in the morning, keep it ready at night only. A timepiece, non-smart analog wristwatch. Water and health, transparent water bottle. If you are taking any medication, keep the medicines. Optional, a small, simple writing board. Keep them ready before you go to bed day before the examination. And after entering into examination hall, you will be given with the paper of the format given on the right side here. Fill the office information like your hall ticket number exactly without mistake. Check letter by letter twice because it is very important. First read entire paper carefully, 15 marks, and plan which questions you are comfortable. Attempt easy questions first. Write balanced equations, don't forget it. And write equations. Underline important words. Draw neat diagrams. Write main question numbers and sub question numbers. Many of you are writing wrong question numbers. As printed in the question paper, you have to write. You will be punished even though your answer is correct if you write the wrong question number. While answering multiple choice questions, write alphabet and correct answer both. Some don't write both. You write either answer or skip the alphabet. Many of you did it in earlier exams. I told you number of times. 2024-25 100% scorers papers in science, maths, social science and Hindi PDF are sent in our WhatsApp community group LOK G VEDIMS. You can see them how they are writing. Time management very important. Many of you say that after coming, sir, paper was lengthy. No, like that. Maintain the speed. 2 minutes per mark. There are 80 marks questions, 82 the 160. Means 2 or 40 minutes. Means remaining 20 minutes you have to revise the whole paper and recheck. Tag your supplements. Keep ready to give. Stay calm. Trust your preparation. Take 10 deep breaths if you feel tense. All the best. Confidence plus calm mind is equal to good marks. Use my teacher's formula. 3D is equal to 2S. D plus D plus D SS. Devotion, determination, dedication. Sure success. Keep your mind cool. Have the confidence. Last minute is revision sheet chemistry. Read before exam. 10 ultra important chemistry points for exam. First, always balance equation. Write state symbols. Liquid, solid, aqueous, solid. Gas. Remember pH scale 0 to 14. 0 to 7 neutral, less than 7 acidic, greater than 7 basic. Reactivity series order, correctly remember. Functional group, remember POP formula, plaster of Paris. Understand missile formation of soaps and detergents. Write correct formula in plain English, don't do cursive writing. Revise important chemical equations. I'll give you a list of them at the end. Avoid spelling mistakes in chemical equations. At the time of rechecking, you correct your spelling mistakes. Let us start the quick revision of first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. And key points to revise. Just revise all type of reactions like a combination reaction, decomposition reaction, 3 types of decomposition reaction. We explained already, wrote, studied number of times. Displacement reaction, single displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction, never get confused. Corrosion and rancidity, the methods are of removing them. And some important equations. What happens when nail is put in copper sulfate? You can observe in the figure. When iron displaces copper from copper sulfate forming ferrous sulfate and copper, the solution, blue color solution, becomes pale due to the displacement of copper. That copper deposits on the iron nail. Practical questions may be asked. What happens when zinc is put in dilute HCl? When zinc is put in dilute HCl, it will displace hydrogen. You can observe bubbles in the test tube. What happens when calcium carbonate is heated? It liberates carbon dioxide gas with effervescence, and when that gas is collected by downward displacement of water, it is collected carbon dioxide. And what happens when magnesium ribbon is heated in the air? It burns brilliantly, and powder, white colored powder, magnesium oxide is left behind. Experimental knowledge is also important. Some questions will appear on that. Common errors I have listed here. Not balancing equation properly. First of all, you focus on it. For example, Zn plus HCl, you write it as ZnCl2 plus S2. Wrong, because hydrogen atoms are not balanced. Correct answer is Zn2HCl. And once you write the skeletal equation, don't forget to balance it. Count the number of metals first, then non-metals. Forgetting state symbols. Write correct state symbols like S for solid, aqua for water, solution, G for gas, L for liquid. Confusing displacement and double displacement. Iron displaces copper from copper sulfate is single displacement reaction. It is not a double displacement reaction. Mixing oxidation and reduction definitions. Oxidation is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Reduction, removal of oxygen, addition of hydrogen. Don't forget. Writing corrosion equation wrongly. Rust is hydrated ferric oxide. If you are asked, you write Fe2O3.XS2 because this X is written because this water composition will differ. Second chapter, acid, bases, salts. Key topics to revise: the definition of acids, bases and salts you have to revise. You already know it. pH from 0 to 14, a table is given. Carefully observe. Chemical properties of acids and bases, make them perfect. Preparation and uses of important salts. Some important salts are listed there. Even I have given the diagrams for you to see. Baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. See the formula, method of writing the formula. Used for baking purposes. Washing soda, NaTCO3, 10H2O. Used for cleaning purposes. Bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride. Right? CaOCl2 used as a disinfectant. Plaster of Paris called as POP, and its composition is CaSO4.2H2O. Carefully observe this list. What is the pH value? Remember correctly. Common errors students do in this chapter are thinking all bases are alkalis. Wrong concept. All bases are not alkalis. Correct concept is only water soluble bases are alkalis. Writing wrong pH range. Acid pH less than 7. Remember. Base pH greater than 7. Many students reverses, observes less than symbol, greater than symbol correctly. Third one, forgetting water is needed for acids. Dry HCl gas does not show acidic nature because You have to take the litmus paper wet, because in the presence of water only, HCl will provide H plus ion to water forming hydronium ion so that it can turn blue litmus to red. In the absence of water, you cannot test it. Writing POP formula, CaSO4, it is hemihydrate, 1 by 2 H2O. Many of you write wrongly as CaSO4 H2O. Confusing washing soda, baking soda. Look at here. Washing soda is Na2CO3 dot 10 H2O. Baking soda is NaHCO3. Metals and non-metals. Key topics to revise. Physical properties of metals and non-metals. Revise them correctly. Chemical properties of metals. You practice them thoroughly. Reactivity series. Remember correctly. Extraction of metals. Learn properly. Corrosion prevention methods. Learn properly. See, reactivity series from top to bottom. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead. In between comes hydrogen. Copper, mercury, gold. Remember and by them. See, the metals which are above hydrogen are more reactive, below hydrogen are less reactive. Therefore, metals above hydrogen can displace metals below hydrogen from their salt solution. For example, zinc can displace copper from copper sulfate, but copper cannot displace zinc from zinc sulfate. Iron can displace copper from copper sulfate, but copper cannot displace iron. Copper cannot displace iron from ferrous sulfate because they are below hydrogen. Which are below hydrogen are less reactive, above hydrogen are more reactive. And this particular chart shows you the ore. Ore is the mineral from which metal can be extracted economically. The concentration of the ore you learn the methods. And metals of high reactivity. The metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, they are highly reactive. Therefore, they are obtained by electrolysis of molten ore to get the pure metal. And metals having moderate reactivity. Generally, carbonate ores and sulfide ores will have moderate reactivity. If they are carbonative or they are subjected to calcination, means heating the ore in the absence of air. Sulfide ores are heated in the presence of excess of air, called as roasting. After roasting, you will get oxide of the metal. Then using suitable method, suitable reducing agent, reduce the metal. Then you have to go for the purification. Learn them properly. And metals of very low reactivity. Generally, sulfide ores will have low reactivity. First of all, they are roasted. And after roasting, we will get by using suitable method the metal. Then it is taken to refining. Learn them properly. Even corrosion. Corrosion means loss of metal due to attack of the constituents of the environments like water, carbon dioxide, moisture on it to develop. For example, rusting. Rusting is an example of the corrosion. Tailing of mercury, tarnishing of silver are all corrosion. How to prevent corrosion that you study properly. Common errors. Forgetting exceptions. Graphite conducts electricity even though it is a non-metal, because graphite contains one free electron. It is a carbon allotrope. One free electron, it is a good conductor. Even iodine being a non-metal, it is having shiny luster. Exceptions you remember correctly. Writing wrong products with acids. Metal reacts with acid forming salt and hydrogen. For example, zinc with the dilute HCl forms zinc chloride plus H2. Many students write it as oxygen. Confusing roasting and calcination. Remember, roasting, heating sulfide ores in excess of oxygen. Calcination, heating carbonate ores in absence of air. Writing wrong alloy composition. For example, brass, copper plus tin you write. It is wrong, because brass is copper and zinc. Copper and tin is bronze. Forgetting corrosion prevention methods like painting, galvanization, alloying. Like this, you confuse them, remember them properly. Carbonides compounds, last important chapter. First concept is catenation. What is catenation? Is the peculiar property of carbon to link with its own atoms to form straight chain, branched chain, and ring structured compounds is called as catenation. And in the entire periodic table, carbon has got highest catenation property. The catenation number of carbon is infinity. Tetravalency of carbon. You can see the electron dot diagram here. The valence shell, carbon has 4 electrons. Therefore, it can share these 4 electrons with hydrogen, forming a product containing carbon and hydrogen called as hydrocarbons. Therefore, we define organic chemistry as the study of hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Homologous series. As the number of carbon atoms are very large, they are classified into few families. Those families are represented by the general formula. First family is alkanes with general formula CnH2n plus 2. Second family is alkenes. They are saturated, contain only carbon atoms. Alkenes, General formula CnH2n, remember correctly, many of you do mistake here. They contain one carbon double bond. Alkenes, CnH2n minus 2, they contain one carbon triple bond. They are called as alkynes. Other functional groups. What do you mean by functional group? An atom or group of atom which determines a chemical property are called as functional groups. They are classified as haloalkanes, in which halogen is a functional group, alcohols, in which OH group is a functional group. While writing IUPAC name, the suffix OL is to be used. Aldehydes will have the functional group CHO, and while writing IUPAC name, their name should end with AL. Never get confused with alcohol OL, AL, you write it wrongly. Ketones will have C double bond O. Their suffix in IUPAC system is ONE. Carboxylic acid, oic acid. The suffix used is oic acid, C double bond O, OH. You must know how to write structural formula also and writing the names also. And lastly, soaps and detergents, you remember correctly. The difference between soap. Generally, soaps is a long chain sodium or potassium salt of the long chain fatty acids. Detergents are sodium or potassium. They are the sulfonates and bisulfonates of long chain fatty acids. Soap action you study properly. We have explained you very clearly micelle formation, how it cleans. In this diagram it is shown, and the explanation you thoroughly study and go to the exam hall. Common errors. Confusing alkanes, alkene, alkynes. Alkanes contain carbon-carbon single bond. Alkenes contain double bond, triple bond. See, double bond, 2 lines, triple bond. Between two carbon atoms there is a triple bond. Writing wrong general formula, alkane CnH2n plus 2. Students write CnH2n minus 2. Forgetting catalyst. For example, to prepare vanaspati ghee, dalda, what you have to do? You have to pass hydrogen gas, hydrogenation of the oils, vegetable oil. Right? Oils are nothing but esters. The nickel is used as a catalyst. Writing wrong esterification reaction. What is esterification reaction? Whenever an alcohol reacts with an carboxylic acid, it forms ester and water in presence of little concentrated sulfuric acid. Confusing soaps and detergents cleaning action. Soap for micelles in water. Lot of soap is wasted while cleaning clothes using hard water because the soaps will react first they have to react with the calcium and magnesium salts of bicarbonates, chlorides, sulfates. Then they have to clean it. But detergents are soapless soaps. They do not take care of these salts, directly attack and clean the dirt because they clean efficiently with both hard water and soft water. After the invention of these particular detergents, the concept of hard and soft water has become old-fashioned. 20 most important chemical equations, my dear students. Quickly study them. Formation of magnesium oxide, observe the formula 2Mg plus O2 to MgO. Reaction of zinc with hydrochloric acid, zinc plus 2HCl, zinc chloride plus H2. Observe the formula. Iron displacing copper. Iron plus copper sulfate gives rise to FeSO4 plus copper. Observe the formula. Balance equation. Decomposition of calcium carbonate, CaCO3, CaO plus CO2 forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. And double displacement reaction. Sodium sulfate when reacts with barium chloride. Given the name, you must be in a position to write the formula. Watch my video how to write the formula. White colored precipitate of barium sulfate is formed, 2NaCl. It is a double displacement reaction and also called as precipitation reaction. In acid base salts, neutralization reaction. When an acid reacts with base, forms salt and water. HCl plus NaOH form NaCl plus water. Baking soda on heating decomposes, forming sodium carbonate. Water, carbon dioxide gas is liberated. Formation of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is nothing but calcium oxychloride is obtained by passing chlorine gas through the slaked lime or calcium hydroxide forms calcium oxychloride plus water. Formation of plaster of Paris. When calcium gypsum CaSO4 2H2O gypsum is heated strongly, you will get a hemihydrate of calcium sulfate. 1.5 water molecules are vaporized, you are getting half H2O. Reaction of sodium carbonate with acid. Whenever acids are treated with carbonates or bicarbonates, they always liberate carbon dioxide with effervescence, means bubbles. Here sodium carbonate react with HCl forming NaCl, H2O and carbon dioxide. Remember these reactions. Metals and non-metals. 11th reaction. Sodium when put in water, it starts swirling with a hissing noise, liberating hydrogen gas because it decomposes water forming sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Learn to balance the equation. Check whether the equation is balanced correctly. When a magnesium is heated in the presence of oxygen, it burns brilliantly, forming magnesium oxide. Iron, very important iron. When steam is passed over red hot iron, it will not form ferric oxide. It is called as magnetic oxide of iron. It is called as magnetic oxide of iron. Magnetic oxide, even if you write magnetic oxide is sufficient. Magnetic oxide of iron has got the formula Fe3O4. Zinc oxide reduction. Coke or carbon can reduce zinc oxide to zinc plus carbon monoxide. Here carbon acts as a reducing agent. Zinc oxide gets reduced to zinc. Carbon gets oxidized to carbon monoxide. Next, esterification reaction. Whenever an acid reacts with alcohol, forms ester and water. Here, this is acetic acid, common name. IUPAC name is ethanoic acid. When treated with ethyl alcohol or ethanol, it forms ethyl acetate. IUPAC name is ethyl ethanoate plus water is formed. Little amount of concentrated sulfuric acid is required if you are asked reasoning. Why? Because it is a reversible reaction actually. If a little concentrated sulfuric acid is used, it will remove this water from the product so that reaction will take place in the forward reaction only. Combustion of methane. Most of the hydrocarbons on burning liberate carbon dioxide, water and heat is liberated. Therefore, most of the hydrocarbons like petrol, kerosene, LPG, CNG, all of them are hydrocarbons. Even all of them are, most of the fuels we are using in a daily life are hydrocarbons because on combustion they produce heat. Methane is present in natural gas or CNG. In CNG, 85% of CNG consists of methane only. Methane, when burnt with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide and water. Hydrogenation of vegetable oil. See, this particular reaction is called as hydrogenation of vegetable oil. This is used in preparation of dalda, vanaspati ghee. When a hydrogen gas is passed through the vegetable oil at a controlled rate, the oils will contain the unsaturated component and it is converted into saturated fat in the presence of nickel catalyst. This reaction is called as hydrogenation reaction. And complete combustion of ethanol. Ethanol, when burnt, it is called as a spirit lamp, generally rectified spirit. When burnt in air, it produces carbon dioxide and water. Then reaction of acetic acid with sodium. When acetic acid reacts with metallic sodium, this displaces hydrogen from it, forming sodium ethanoate. Common name is sodium acetate, liberating hydrogen gas. Formation of soap. When fat or oil reacts with alkali like sodium hydroxide, you will get soap and glycerol. The reaction is called as saponification reaction. That's all, my dear students, in this class. Soon, I have already prepared some direct questions from all the 4 model papers. Soon, before your science paper, I will prepare a video of how to the key answers marking scheme along with the questions. Best of luck. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. All the best for your board exam, my dear students. Do well, sleep well, keep your mind calm and cool. Soon I will come with next video. You don't fear, we are here. All the best, my dear students. Do well. Bye bye. See you.